Good morning, Right Peck. I'm Asa Stone.
And I'm Emma Gomez, and welcome to this week's edition of kptv
Panther Television.
Thank you to all the teachers who participated in the faculty basketball game.
As the semester is slowly coming to an end, make sure you guys are keeping up on your grades.
Speaking of the semester coming to the end, second semester can be filled with new opportunities. Zach Richardson brings light on the Environmental Club.
The Environmental Club is a student-led club at Ray Peck. They involve students in impacting the environment. Sponsor Stephanie Pugh explains why this club is important.
Just showing kids the way to helping the environment out and doing things that are sustainable and in the long run are going to make big impacts, and in the short term are going to make small impacts.
President of the club, Claire Stock, expresses why she has such a strong passion for this cause.
I think it's just been a thing growing up. Like, my family used to go to the state park we had by our home up in Excelsior, Watkins Mill, and it's just such a beautiful thing to be able to see and go to, and it's sad how we're like messing it up so much now.
Vice President Grace Johnson describes the monthly activities the club participates in, all in an effort to help the environment.
So we want to do park cleanups, and we're trying to start volunteering more in our community, like the Help Humane Animal Shelter. We want to start volunteering there. And also, there's these stream cleanups that Missouri hosts sometimes.
The club has set many goals for the future. Pugh goes into detail of what these goals are.
So I think that the Environment Club wants to impact the environment in positive ways and just show that every little thing that we do makes a big difference, and it doesn't take huge changes to help.
This club just started and has already accomplished many things. Stock describes the biggest achievement they have had.
So far, because it's the start of the year, I'd say it was the park cleanup. This year we're also hoping to partner with Mr. Roberts to help build back up the prairie where the monarch used to come through.
Johnston puts into words how this club affects all people at Ray Peck.
That's really our goal, is for one person to look at it and maybe rethink something they're doing, like recycling or stuff like that.
If the Environmental Club is something you'd like to be a part of, contact Claire Stock. This has been Sierra Gatz signing off with kptv Panther Television.
Thank you, Zach, for bringing us a skip on that story.
Next up, Eddie Soto brings us a story on the Career Expo and how it presents new jobs and opportunities to the kids here at the high school.
150 juniors and seniors attended the Career Expo at Bartle Hall on November the 8th. Career Expo is an event in which it presents students with ideas and potential for them to search for possible careers. Junior Zach Anderson attends a field trip and search for opportunities regarding his future and what careers offer him.
Career Expo is a place where you could go and see, if you didn't know what you were going to do after high school, to go and find a job in the medical field or in the Parks and Rec field or any of the fields that you'd be interested in, and try to find something that would benefit you.
Another student attending the expo, Mark Moorhead, fills us in on his experience attending the field trip.
I had a lot of fun at the Career Expo. I got to check out some careers that I really wanted to look into and got some more information on them.
Anderson speaks of how the expo lets others get ideas of what they should do after high school.
It was a good learning experience because, like I said, if you don't know what you want to do after high school, you can go there and you can find something that you would enjoy doing.
Teacher Mrs. Mickelson, who served as a supervisor, describes how the expo lets students look into jobs that they could do with or without a college-level degree.
Career Expo was a field trip that mainly juniors, but some seniors also had the opportunity to go on, and they just got an opportunity to see different careers that they could be involved in, maybe careers that didn't involve a 4-year college degree, but something that they maybe never thought of before. And they were able to get hands-on experience and just kind of get interested in something that maybe wasn't on their radar.
Moorhead informs upcoming juniors on how they should view their future within careers.
Don't worry about figuring out what you want to do after high school, because you'll find something.
This is Eddie Soto signing off from kptv Panther Television.
Thank you, Eddie, for bringing us that story.
Up next, senior superlatives are already crediting his sir. Cameron Lowe brings us a competition over the best dressed.
Alright, so we got an exciting segment of Best Dressed today. Gentlemen, will you please stand up?
Senior superlatives are usually seen as a fun idea that represents what senior classmates think of each other. This year, it's more than that. It's a rivalry. Nolan Gora and Braden Zanger competing on who will be best dressed in the 2020 graduating class. The first candidate, Nolan Gora, describes his tactics on how he's going to win the competition.
I guess I'm a suburban white dad. I look like I'm about to go into the office, but I'm not a boss, but I'm not a regular employee. I'm whatever's in between.
The next candidate, Braden Zanger, takes a different approach with his style.
It can go from kind of a 80s vibe to something more preppy, a little more formal and Ivy League.
Both candidates are very confident with their chances of winning. Smack talk is inevitable.
I just figured that my competition in this challenge really isn't that good, so I knew this was a superlative that would be an easy win.
You're trying, and I appreciate the effort, and everyone else does too, but it's never gonna happen.
Gora goes into detail on why he loves dressing up.
Walk through the halls and everyone notices me. Everyone basically just gives me handshakes and stuff. Like, they see me and they're like, I respect your drip, I like how you look.
Zanger not only dresses for himself, but for his teammates as well.
Represent cross-country runners, because we might not be the hottest bunch of athletes in the school. We were definitely the best dressed.
The race for Best Dressed will continue all year long. This has been Cameron Lowe, the real Best Dressed for kptv Panther Television.
Thank you, Cameron, for showing us that rivalry on Best Dressed.
Next up, suicide is a hard topic to talk about, but is apparent on some students' minds. Jacob Craig spreads awareness on the hard topic.
Suicide is the third leading cause of death for kids from ages 10 to 14, which makes suicide awareness a very important topic to start discussing in schools. High school counselor Cheryl Gray believes it is important to start having conversations about suicide throughout schools.
I think it's a lot of having those tough conversations, even when they're uncomfortable, to still have them, just bringing about awareness.
Gray believes that students having adults to talk to is important in making society more aware of suicide.
If every kid had someone they know they could go talk to if they were feeling any sort of way, whether it was just depressed or anxious or even suicidal, sometimes kids just need someone they can talk to.
Administrators have taken steps to introduce programs to talk about suicide. A research-based assessment program called Signs of Suicide was brought to advisory classes in November. Signs of Suicide has a presentation that talks about mental health and tells students how to reach out. Then the students are given the option to take an assessment about their mental health, and those results go back to the counselors who can follow up with students that are in need of help. Director of Secondary Education, Crystal Barr, says the district chose the program because it was based throughout evidence.
So we picked Signs of Suicide as a district for a reason. Signs of Suicide is actually an evidence-based program, which means that it's been studied by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Association, and they have actual evidence that it does work.
Since teachers are the ones administrating the assessment to students, they were required to go through training to be prepared to work with students on the sensitive topic.
We have also done other professional development through our mental health professionals that we've hired as a district with our staff to increasingly give them the supports, not only of how to help a student, but then also how do they self-care, because this can also be really, really hard on our staff as well.
Marlon Williams, a senior, believes these issues are not as easily discussed as they should be.
It's brought up every now and then, but it's not really talked about explicitly unless there's one of the students refers you to a counselor. So
the school believes programs like Signs of Suicide will ease the stigma for students to discuss more openly their concerns, as well as bring awareness to adults of students who might be struggling with mental health concerns. If you are feeling suicidal, reach out for help. And if you don't know how to reach out, the National Suicide Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. This has been Jacob reporting from KPTV Panther Television.
Thanks, Jacob, for bringing us that hard story.
To lighten the mood, next up we have Hallway Talk.
What's up, guys? Asa here for another Hallway Talk. We got Kevin here. I'm going to ask him a good question here. So, do you know who Joe is?
No, this is not happening. This is my Hallway Talk this week.
Who's Joe?
Joe Mama. Who is your celebrity crush? Who
Yes,
is
ma'am.
your celebrity crush? Who is your celebrity crush? Who is your celebrity crush?
Donald Trump. Why? He's just, his skin, his hair.
Selena Gomez.
What is that supposed to mean?
What do you mean?
She's my sister.
Definitely Charlie D'Amelio from TikTok.
Why?
She's literally just perfect, like in almost every way. So don't tell my girlfriend I said that, please.
Zac Efron.
Why?
Dude's a hunk.
I'm gonna have to say Caitlyn Jenner for sure.
Why?
Because she's a brand new woman. Everything on her is new.
Well, it used to be Jennifer Aniston.
Used to?
Yes.
What happened?
We broke up.
Okay, Mr. Brown, who is your celebrity crush?
I think that would have to be Elizabeth Loftus.
Why?
She has an amazing memory.
I don't like celebrities.
Why?
They're arrogant, they're pompous, and overpaid.
Period. Period.
Alright, Gomez.
I want like a blanket like this. 320 pounds and he was stacked. Right?
What are we talking about?
Bradley Cooper. She doesn't know who Bradley Cooper is. Who is your favorite celebrity? Let me do that again, because I messed up.
Who's your celebrity?
Yep.
No, it's definitely rolling right now.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Have you seen Step It Up?
Dude, you talking about the original Step Up? That's what I'm talking about. That'd be up for that. It's one of my favorite movies.
Thank you for tuning into this week's edition of KPTV. Make sure to check out our sites at ratebacknow.com, our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at ratebacknow. This has been Emma Gomez
And Asa Stone.
with KPTV,
Panther
Panther Television.
Oh, is this a family picture?
Yes, sir.
What am I? The dad. It's been Emma Gomez with KPTV, Panther Television.
God bless you. My goodness, you need an allergy pill.